Welcome back to another episode of the Minecraft Rail series. I'm recording this at the same day that I did the Middleborough-Lakeville line, so I'm still recovering from my cold and may sound squeaky. So sorry about that. But anyway, we are here now, properly set at nighttime, so we don't have to rehash the whole line again. But today we are going to do the Kingston Plymouth line. We are almost done with the South Station branches here, and pretty soon I will have to take a break from videos and continue constructing the North Station branches. That's going to take a little bit, so I'll leave you guys with all this stuff and then get to that as soon as I can. But anyway, let's get going on the Kingston Plymouth line. Once again, first stop is JFK UMASS. I explored this pretty thoroughly in the last video, so I'm just going to do a quick little view of it. So for the Kingston Plymouth line, their platform is here, right here on the middle. This represents the one of the middle platforms for the red line, just because of the placement and the number of tracks I had. I'm not doing the red line, but I'm just mimicking the station for it, as it is connected to the rest. And needed something for the other two tracks here. So for this section, you would just come up these stairs here, and you can connect to the Middleborough-Lakeville line by going down these stairs or crossing over here to get to the Greenbush line. Simple as that. Nothing too crazy. And the next is Quincy Center. So in this case, you would arrive on the red line portion of it for the Kingston Plymouth line, right in the middle platform again. So just come up the stairs, and if you want to switch to the Greenbush line, you come down this staircase, and if you want to switch to the Middleborough-Lakeville line, you come over here and go down that staircase. But in reality, this is the portion that you would see for all three of the lines, and that over there would be just the red line. Continuing on. So this is where the split occurs for me to widen it for the station platform, and then we get the Braintree, which is a middle platform. So I just have both lines on either side with the shelter area here. This is the Kingston Plymouth side, so this is the side we will go for Kingston Plymouth. And one minor inconsistency here is that despite having a track that will branch off again, Kingston to Plymouth, I just wanted to keep the one track because just about all the stations are a single track, and it looked much better just to have it that way. So that's why I kept it this way. So I just have to get a little further away from the Middleborough-Lakeville line just so I have some space to keep them apart. And we come down here to our first stop. First stop, South Weymouth. Very simple platform, high level, with an extended overhead shelter. You can come in on this side, take the staircase, get up to the platform, and you can also exit over here as well. And you might remember me talking about another line passing by Stoughton, and it was not the Middleborough-Lakeville line. It was, in fact, the Kingston Plymouth line. Again, nothing is to scale here, so that's why it ended up being wrong. The Kingston Plymouth line is nowhere near the Stoughton branch, let alone the Stoughton station. But in this reality, in this world right here, it passes it. So we can wave hello to Stoughton and continue on. Once I steer clear of it, I turn again and continue straight from here. Alright, up next here is Abington. Now this doesn't actually exist here, but it kind of does. Like, it's a fenced off area. It's not underground. There's a high level platform with the one overhead shelter as per usual with most of these stations. But once again, it's not underground, it's not in a tunnel or anything. That part I just decided to build into the landscape here so that you could easily get to this cave. So this stop is a cave stop. like some others are, and I just extended the sidewalk with the fencing here that does exist if you were walking from Abington and trying to get over to the road that is over in this direction. But instead of the road, it's just the cave area here. So has a cool look to it, in my opinion. I really like coming up to trains and seeing the fence here. It's kind of cool. You can stand this close to the tracks and all that, and then you just get up to the platform. So simple station. That is Abington. Not much to talk about there. Alright, now we're coming up on Whitman here. So Whitman is also a very simple station. Just a high-level platform with the overhead shelter. And it does have easy access from the parking lot, relatively speaking. If I remember correctly, there is a staircase you have to get up to it, and there's a parking lot on the other side as well, where you can, I think you can cross the tracks. My memory might be wrong about that. Either you cross the tracks or you can walk around, but either way, you cross the tracks, either on the road or as a pedestrian. So, in this case, if you wanted to get from one side to the other, you just go around this little fence here. And I was able to put the station up against this abandoned temple, so connected up nicely with the platform. So this is kind of a temple station, and you can go in here and explore it, and come down here, hit tripwires, and get shot with arrows. So to each their own, but kind of added as a station building that does not actually exist for Whitman, but I just decided to put the station here because there was no better place to put it, really. It looks nice. Kind of just chilling here. Yep, so that is Whitman. Another really simple one here, Hanson. Just the high-level platform with the shelter, as per usual. And in reality, you just have a parking lot level with the platform here. You just walk right onto it and get on the train. Alright, and this is the only two-track platform on the Kingston Plymouth line, aside from the ones from Braintree onward. But here we have two tracks, so two platforms, high level. This is the track that people would board on in reality, no matter what. It's always this track right here, even though this one probably used to be for inbound trains as well, but I believe they just use it for when two trains are coming at the same time. The outbound one probably goes on this side to drop people off, and then the inbound one stops here and picks people up to Boston. But anyway, you got the elongated shelter. The parking lot is actually on this side, but since the land was over there, for placement wise, I just had the sidewalk cross here and go over to this side instead. So it is backwards, but relatively speaking, that's what it does. You just walk across the tracks, little pedestrian crossing. You got the overhead shelter and the additional shelter over here for when it used to be for the inbound trains. I've never personally seen a train stop on the second track over here, but looking at the schedule, I can see where it would happen. So there is Halifax, and here's where the split occurs. So I just put a little track switcher here, so you can go to Plymouth if you want to. So Plymouth is off this way, Kingston straight ahead. So I just put Kingston straight on the ice. Here, simple station like the rest of them. This is actually a terminus. This will not go any further. There are no additional lines that can be made from this. Just the two shelters on a high-level platform. Very basic. In reality, the parking lot is right on the platform where you can just board it really easy. And then the train departs to Boston this way. But due to the placement of where I put it, I just built this pathway here so that you can get to the mainland and then do whatever from there. So really simple, Kingston. That station is the one still in service. Plymouth actually is not still in service at the moment, at least. I'm not sure if it's permanent or not. But trains do not go to it anymore, probably due to lack of ridership. Saves a lot of time because they have to back up and switch tracks and come back this way. And what better place to put the Plymouth station but on the ocean? So, station itself is just a single platform, high level like the rest, connected to the parking lot directly on the side. But where I put it into a cliffside, I had to make some modifications. So you got the one high level shelter area, so the whole part's high level. It meant the one shelter area, and you have the ocean exit or the mountain peak exit. So for the ocean exit, I just put a staircase down here that goes to the ocean itself, and you can just do whatever from there. Get a boat, whatever. And then the mountain peak exit is this way, so you just come up here and you can get to the top of the mountain and cliffside. And that concludes the Kingston Plymouth line. A very simple line, very easy to make. All the platforms are pretty much the same, aside from Braintree moving forward into Boston. So next will be the Greenbush line. And then from there is going to be a little while of a break until I finish constructing the rest of the other lines.